Greetings, and welcome back to the series where I talk about the history of lesser-known locomotives. Today's obscure offering is an extinct steam locomotive from the Great Western Railway, namely the 4400 class 262 tank. The 4400s were designed by George Jackson Churchward and built between 1904 and 1906. Interestingly, the class leader, number 4400 herself, was the only one built at Swindon, with the rest being built in Wolverhampton. As their intended use was on small branch lines, these locomotives were allocated to sheds in South Wales, Devon and Cornwall, with specific examples including Tondu, St Ives and Penzance. Only 11 4400s were built, with the latest small Prairie classes being the 4500s of 1906 and 4575s of 1924. In total, this family comprised 186 locomotives. The 4500s were largely the same design as the earlier 4400s, albeit with larger driving wheels, while the 4575s had larger water tanks with angled front edges, similar to the LNER J50. Throughout their lives, the 4400s continued to serve on branches such as the Princetown and Much Wenlock lines. By the end of 1947, at least one of them was allocated to Wellington, Much Wenlock, Princetown, Exeter and Tondu sheds. 4404 and 4408 were the two in Tondu, where they remained for the rest of their lives. Despite being in a pretty small class, all 4400s survived into British Railways ownership, even getting a repaint in BR Black. But by this time they were over 40 years old, and didn't last much longer before withdrawal. 4402 was the first of her class to go, being withdrawn from Princetown shed in December 1949. Withdrawals recommenced in 1951 with 4400 and 4409. By 1955 the whole class had been withdrawn, with none of them surviving into preservation. Fortunately, today's story ends on a high note, for in 2014 the class was brought to Train Simulator by Victory Works, who included them in a big Small Prairies add-on alongside the 4500 and 4575 classes. As dumb as this may sound, 4409 is my favourite from this class. That's because she has the same number as a DC diesel locomotive. And with that, I'll leave you to enjoy these few scenes of the 4400s trundling through the countryside. In the words of the Tim Traveller, thank you all for watching and I'll see you soon.